Good morning to all. I am Visalakshi, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Tandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. Welcome to e-learning class. Today we are going to see from Electric Drives and Control, Lecture 1. Topic we are going to cover is starter, type of starters and 4-point starters. Starter, a device which controls the electrical power to the equipment, usually a motor. It implies a starter starts the motor. They can also stop them, reverse them and protect them. There are two different blocks are there. One is contactors and overload protection. Contactors which controls the current to the motor and main function is to establish and interrupt an electrical power circuit. Overload protection protects motor from driving too much current, overheating and literally burning out. Starters turns on electric motor and controlled equipment on or off while providing overload protection. So here there are two different types also there. One is manual. Various types of starters are starter resistance, starter star delta, auto transformer, rotor resistance, variable stator frequency starting. So we'll see one by one. First, starter resistance starter. Starter resistance starter, each connected in resistance. This is the circuit diagram. So these are the starting resistance which connected each in series with each phase windings of the starter. So here it represents the resistance here. So these are the starting resistance which are connected with the each phases. So each phases it is connected. All the starters are kept in start position so that they offer their maximum resistance. So all are in starting position. Okay, so each phases with the starting position. Here it represents start position. Here it represents running position. Starting resistance is there. When the switches are turned on to connect the three-phase AC supply, the motor accelerates and reduced by the moving variable contact of resistance towards the running position. Next is a star delta starter. The winding, stator winding is connected in delta at the time of starting. Okay, and then only in star connection. When the motor accelerates, here the motor is there and delta connection with the three different. These are when the motor accelerates, the starter is connected in delta configuration to apply the rated voltage to the windings. So rated voltage it represents for delta VL is equal to V phase. Only change will be in current. Okay, the starting torque is reduced as the torque is directly proportional to the stator voltage, and while switching from star to delta it just reduces. Next is an auto transformer starting. An auto transformer starting is to apply low voltage to the stator winding at the time of starting. When the motor speed reached the desired value, the auto transformer is disconnected and motor connected directly across the supply. Here is the same running position and starting position. Each are connected with the three-phase supply. So it is operated in two positions. One is manual or automatic using a timer from start to run position. In starting, it is connected to stator winding through auto transformer which reducing to the voltage of 50, 60, 70 normal value depending on the tapping we are going to use. Next is the rotor resistance starter. It's a type of control used in slip ring induction motor. So this is a type of slip ring induction motor. An external variable is connected in the rotor side. So some external is connected for the rotor side. So here this side is a stator. It is represented in figure. So at the time of resistance, this variable resistance is set to the highest value to the motor current at the starting time. So here this is a stator point, and here will be a rotor, and there is an external rheostat using the slip ring induction motor, and these are the brushes. So three moving contacts are they interconnected to form a star point of the resistors. So three interconnected points here. So it is connected from the slip ring induction rotor. We have to ensure that the motor cannot be started until all the rotor resistance is in circuit. An interlock is fitted which prevents the contactors from being closed until the condition is fulfilled. The next is variable frequency starting. So the name represents a variable. So there is a variable frequency at the time of starting. So instead of controlling only the stator voltage at the time of starting, the frequency should also kept at low value. Then at the time of starting the motor. So the straight line represented in black color represents the neglecting the stator voltage drop. So the dotted lines in green represents we are going to include the voltage drop. So these are the including voltage drop and neglecting the stator voltage drop. Next is a 4-point starter. So next topic is 4-point starter, which protects the armature of a DC shunt motor or compound motor. It is similar to 3-point starter. 4-point starter here. This one is a 4-point starter. So we have seen the different type of starters. So this is a 4-point starter. So this is similar to 3-point starter. 3-point starter is also there. Only all the operations all are same. Some conditions will vary here for 4-point starter. So this is the 4-point starter. Similar to 3-point starter, which protects the armature of a DC shunt motor against the initial high starting current of the DC motor. So there is a difference between 4-point and 3-point is that the holding coil is removed from shunt field current and it is directly connected across the line with current limiting resistance in series. This is the only difference for 4-point and 3-point starter. So this is the circuit diagram which is used in our lab. 3-point starter, 4-point starter, it is used in lab. So here it is a starting resistance, different resistance. So far we have seen different type of resistance, right? Variable, star delta, auto transformer. Here this is a starting resistance, different resistance is there, R1, R2, R3, and here it is an overload release spring, it's an handle. So this is what we are going to use. Initially it is in off position and we are going to move slowly to the running position, and there is a magnetic lock here, it will just fix it here, and voltage DC supply is given. Here it is a lever, triangular iron piece, and it is connected with the no volt coil. So no volt coil is here, and motor R, F1 and F2 is a field windings. A1 and A2 are armature windings. Okay, so these are the terminals represented in the given figure. L represents line terminal connected to positive of the supply. A armature terminal which is connected in motor. F is a field terminal. In addition to 3-point starter, in 4-point starter, N is connected to no voltage coil, that is NVC. Okay, here this represents the parallel connection of NVC. Okay, so this is the NVC line which is connected here. Main point in 4-point starter is NVC independently across the supply through the fourth terminal N with addition to L, F, A. So here in 3-point starter we will see L, F, A. But in 4-point starter additional NVC is connected. So the arrow mark IN represents the 4-point starter. So now here L, N, F, A is a 4-point starter. Any change in field supply does not bring about any difference in the performance of NVC. So it must be ensure no voltage coil produce force to hold the handle in its run position against the force of spring under normal operation. NVC is adjusted. Okay, the current, such a current is adjusted through the NVC with the help of fixed resistance R in series with NVC using the fourth point shown in figure. The contact points of these sections are called studs as shown separately as an off position. Here these are the number of studs. Initially it is in off position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then run position. Handling is free to manually and to regulate the starting current with the gathering speed. So now considering the supply is given. Once the 4-point starter is on given, the handle is taken from number 1 stud and then the circuit is complete. Line current starts flowing through the starter. So here we are going to connect the given circuit to be turn on. So here it will start from the stud 1. So it will start from the stud 1. Here first stud, second, third, 4, 5 and then run position, and then it picks up a certain speed and the current starts flowing. Okay, so here three different current is divided into 3 parts flowing through the resistance different points. First part is flowing through the starting resistance. So different resistance we saw R1, R2, R3, R4. So overall first part flowing through the starting resistance and then to the armature, that is A point. Second point flows through the field winding, that is F, and third through NVC, okay, in series with the protective resistance R. Okay, so here, so when the starter is started from the stud to the run position, first part the resistance will flow. So resistance will flow through this N, that is no voltage coil R, and next in first is after given the motor means starter is started. Sure, the starter is started. First it will move on to the armature and then field and then to the N, that is NVC, to the R value. Okay, so this is the initial how to consider the supply. If any changes in shunt field circuit means changes, it does not bring about any change in the no voltage coil, as two circuits are independent of each other. Also, the electromagnetic pull subjected upon the soft iron bar of handle by the NVC at all points of time should be high enough to handle at its run position, or prevent the spring force from restoring the handle at its original off position. How the field rheostat is adjusted. So field rheostat, initially we are adjusting slowly, so like this we have to restore the handle at its initial original position, off position. So what is the difference between 4-point and 3-point starter is both are similar, and it is used for limiting the starting current to shunt wound DC motor or compound wound DC motor, and it acts as an protecting device. Okay, this is what the overall difference and working of 4-point and 3-point starters. Thank you.